Hi all, welcome back to another video. I'm gonna try to talk a little bit fast this time just because I think I may go overboard. I haven't really planned out what all I'm gonna talk about, but I have an idea. But anyway, I just want to thank you again for keeping up with me in December with the invent calendar. I know there was a lot of inks to go through, which is why I kept it to 4 videos. I know people were doing daily videos and I was doing daily posts on Instagram as well, showing each ink. And I was like, that's enough. I'm not gonna do a video for each ink. That's just, I don't have the capacity, like the time or mental capacity to go through that. But it was fun reading what everybody saw in the ink blots. It was a lot of insects, animals, a lot of anime, girls and bears. So that was kind of interesting as well. But anyway, this video is to talk about not technically like a techo kaigi, because I'm not using planners this year, I don't think. At least not yet. I have one that's coming to me from Mexico. So once that gets here, I'll be sharing that. And it will also be in my store, Amarillo Stationery. But they're not here yet. But I'm not concerned. Like, you can start a planner whenever, right? But anyway, I'll just go through a few of the notebooks or systems that I will be using. But first, excuse me because I'm already running out of breath. Okay, I think I'm back. So I have a stack of notebooks that I will be going through, and then I have a stack of honorable mentions just because these will be like every so often, not on the daily or not like constant use, but I will be using them. So I just thought it'd be best to like talk about them a little bit. Let me lower this lamp just because I don't like seeing the bulb. There you go. Okay, so the first one is my pocket notebook. And this is a Franklin Christoph Vagabond notebook, which is co-designed by Catherine Misuk. If you follow Catherine on Instagram, you will fall in love with everything that she does. She's just an amazing artist, and I love every post because I get to play like I Spy with her pictures. Like I Spy, this specific trinket, and everything really has a meaning behind everything she does. So it's really interesting to read her captions and then see the post. So anyway, yeah, she co-designed this for Franklin Christoph, and this was actually a gift from my friend Rachel, Artisanal Ink. And I really love it. I got a few of the Franklin Christoph refills, and they're interesting. They have this cut here. I think I've only, yeah, so I have 3 here, 3 notebooks. You can fit 4, and so I put my field notes in here. It is a little tight, but it fits 4, so if you need one for a topic, let's say you're, I don't know, taking classes or whatever, or just need 4 separate notebooks, then you can keep up to 4. And then I put a little pen in here. This is a what is this, Pilot? Is this it's not a Kakuno, I forget what it is. Sorry, I think it's a Pilot Meteor model. Anyway, so I have these 4 notebooks, and I think it's great. And the material is fantastic. It's a natural wood fiber, and it comes in like at least like a few other colors. So, and the reason why I had this field notes out is because I was working in it. This is my first ever field notes notebook, and I'm working in it, and I didn't know how to use it. So at first I was just writing, but I'm like, I have so many notebooks. that. So I decided to start collaging in it, and that's what I have been doing. I just slowly, I started adding a little bit of washi tape here and a little bit of washi. This is one of my favorite spreads, by the way. This is a yellow ink, and I'm not gonna go through this in depth right now, but I'm doing a lot of collaging in this notebook, and I was actually doing some collaging in this other Franklin Christoph as well, which is fun. I like it. So I'll go through that later. But yeah, my hope and my goal for this year is to go through more pocket notebooks, because this past year, 2022, I got into field notes, and all of a sudden I have a big collection of pocket notebooks, and I more than I know what to do with them. So I just need to go through them. So that's one of the systems I'll be using. And I have two pens here. This Pilot Meteor, I don't think it's platinum, it's Pilot. Oof, I'm so sorry. I'll put that in the comments if I'm mistaken. And then this Platinum 3776, which I bought used for a fantastic price, and that's why it lives here, because I'm not afraid to, like, it's not cuffed or anything, it's not like scratched or damaged at all, but it's just a pen that I know is relatively easy to replace in case I need to. It's not the most inexpensive pen, but it's not also the most expensive, but I just love the nib. I love the model. So anyway, that's one of my pens that's attached here. I don't even know where to stack this because I'm running out of space on my desk. Okay, the second notebook, and this is a 5-year diary from Midori, and this is actually my 3rd year in this notebook. So let me see if I can find a oh, here, probably before. So yeah, you can see here, this is my 3rd year. And something I wanted to mention is that this past 2022, I didn't write every day in this notebook like I thought I was going to. And I think that's okay. Like, I don't need to say, like, if nothing happened that day, I don't need to be forced to say, oh, nothing happened, or the weather was nice, or whatever. I think I'm going to save it for, like, just like highlights or anything special, or a special visit, or like my parents came up and we did this and that. So if you need permission, if you're looking for permission to do that as well, then here's your permission. Do with your 5-year diary as you will, as you want. Don't be forced to write in it. Some people sometimes miss a week or something and they feel the need to go back. If that's what you want to do, then perfect. But I don't keep another journal with like the things that I did that day. So for me to go back mentally, sometimes I forget. I don't even know what I did yesterday, and I forget, and I just don't write it in there because it apparently was just a regular day where nothing special happened besides me loving my partner and my dogs and my family. So I don't need to write it down. But anyway, that's my 3rd year. I've kept this cover just because this is like a fabric cover or notebook, and I don't want to get it dirty. So it's super pretty. I love it. If you want it, I think it's very sought after. There's another option with blue cover and blue monochromatic colors, which is also beautiful. The other notebook or system that I'm using is actually something I sell in my shop, Amarillo Stationery, and this is by Blue Star Crafts. It's one of my favorite items by them. These are actually swatch presents or gifts from Melissa. Oh, she's got such a long username. Sorry, Melissa, I'm gonna butcher it. It's Melissa MPS, and I think it's 0123456789, I believe. I'll put it in the comments because I know I'm wrong. But anyway, this is a fantastic little system. It fits an A5 notebook, and I put a pencil in here. This pencil was gifted to me by my friend Gio. He sent me a bunch of pocket notebooks and pencils, and I'm just gonna flash it really quick because I don't want to reveal a lot of things. Here, I'll do it like this. But I'm using this right now to plan out things for Amarillo Stationery, like some ideas, and I just needed a random notebook, and that's what I have been using. So the notebook is by La Libreteria, and then this little Clipfolio is from Blue Star Crafts, and I just think it's wonderful. So I will be using that as well. And one thing I realized, thanks to Phyllis from the Stationery Cafe, is that you can actually fold this back and use it to sketch or whatever. And I used the same what do you call this, the string, whatever, to just hold the page in place. And I think that's wonderful, like so easy, So she uses hers for sketching. Sorry, I think I already flashed every plan I have for Amarillo Stationery. So anyway, there's that. So there's that system, and then the other one, and it's so funny because when you, I'm still working from home, and like everywhere I go, I'm carrying these items with me from one desk to another because I just need everything. Well, I maybe don't need that, but it just looks great with it. So the last system that is a must in my daily work is the plotter. And I think I mentioned before that this was I was part of the initial study that April launched when Plotter was going to be launched in the US. And I received the A5. And I'm so grateful because this size is actually something that really suits my needs. And I'm able to, I use it daily. I use it every day for everything. So I have a project manager for my work, a project manager for my stationery shop, a project manager for my personal stationery. So yeah, it's been fun. And I actually just took out a bunch of the old notes that I had or to-do list, and I replenished some new pages. So I only have like the most recent project I worked on in 2022, and now I have like more paper, more clean stuff. So yeah, that's something that I'm using a lot. And if you're looking for a plotter or a system to better manage your work and other aspects of your life, I think the plotter is ideal for that. And I don't know if you guys are keeping your notes or your used pages. I know I'm not gonna reference them any longer because once I'm done with a project, it just, if we win a project, it moves to another team, and if we don't, then we don't, and I don't need to keep those notes. So I just toss them. I started like recycling them for ephemera, but I was like, "Ugh, this is it's too much for me to run through or to go through and use up." So they're just going in the trash or recycling. Okay, here is my, okay. So that is my not techo kaigi, but just the systems that I will be using, or the notebooks that I will be using on the daily, or try to on the daily. And then here are the honorable mentions. I think I am missing one more notebook just like this, and a standard traveler's notebook. But let's just go through these really quick. I actually just got this. This is a, is this denim? It's one of the, this is a notebook by Franklin Christoph. I forget exactly what the name of it is. I think it's another version of the Vagabond notebook. I got mine used, which is fantastic because like I paid like a really great price for the cover and all these like Tomoe River notebooks. And then the seller included this zipper case, which I'm sure I will be using. So I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with it, but I know I will be using it. I love notebooks and notebook systems, so yeah. And so this is the Vagabond notebook in the regular or standard size, which is very close in size to the Traveler's notebook. And this is the bigger version, or the bigger sibling of the Pocket notebook. So it's the same, and also co-designed by Catherine. Beautiful design. And this actually was my first ever like major stationery journaling purchase. I knew I wanted to, when I knew I wanted to get into journaling, this was a system that I bought, and I think I still have that post up if I didn't already archive it in my Instagram. So I'm just going to show you really quick. I have 3 inserts, and I think it's a lot of like collaging and thing. I don't think I've done flip throughs, but I will. But I have 2 completed, and I have a third one that I'm like running through right now, or going through, and I wanted to collage a few more pages before I can just sit down and actually enjoy writing in it. So that's why it's a occasional use, because I don't do any like creative or junk journaling every day. I wish I did. Maybe that's something I should set out to do this year. But anyway, okay, the other one is that this year I hope to catch up on the other ink event calendars. So I think I mentioned I didn't get the blue calendar, so I bought a bunch of the Yoseka samples of that edition because they don't have the full calendar anymore, right? So I want to run through those colors, and I have the red version, so I'll do that as well. But I already swatched all of the, well, most of the blue edition colors here. I did mess up this, was it this color? I don't know, it was a yellow color. I messed it up so bad because I mixed a red in the ink, and I was so angry when I realized. I think it may have been that one, I don't know, but anyway, it is what it is. And then I need to swatch all the red colors, and then the green are over here. So yeah, I will be doing that through the year just so I can have all of the ink pens in one notebook. And then I have like a very small section of like pages that are not going to be enough for a fourth ink vent, so I'll need to figure out what to do with those. But yeah, I will be doing that through the year as well. And here's some of the stickers I've put on my notebook. The other notebook I will be using is this beauty that I sell also in my stationery shop. This is by Mr. Rouge. It is a leather journal. I think I have this in 3 colors. So this one, a medium color, medium dark, almost like this color, and then a black color as well. I think those are the 3 they offer in the leather. So yeah, it's a nice chunky journal, and I didn't know what to do with this journal at first. So I was copying random text, and it handles fountain pen pretty well, to be honest. Like, there's slight feathering, but there's not a lot of ghosting, which I was very happy to see, or bleeding. I mean, there is ghosting, but it's very pleasant. But there's no bleeding, and I'm really happy to see that. But then I think I realized when I was writing in this, and on this page, that my fountain pen was pretty, it was, I don't know if it was like the paper or the nib, but it was pretty smooth, and I found like I could barely control my pen. So I switched over to a ballpoint, and I will be using these 2 ballpoints. I think one of them is a Parker with blue ink, or maybe it's black, and this came from Endless Pens. And then the other one is this Aurora with blue ink, and this is just so beautiful. I think this is an Ypsilon model that I got used for, I think, $10, and I just couldn't pass up that offer, that deal. And then I have it in this case that's by Lo Esencial, the Essential, a Mexican brand that I also sell in my shop, actually. And then you can put a third pen here, but I don't, because then, like, if I put it down, it just wobbles a lot. So I just put the 2, and it's perfect. So yeah, I will be using those ballpoints here, and eventually I think I have done pencil in another notebook, but I will be using also fountain pens occasionally. So yeah, and I'm actually going, at first, or the first whatever many pages, I will be copying text from The Alchemist. I know some people feel funky about that book. I still don't know how I feel about it, and I don't know why people feel that way, or if they do. Anyway, that's another conversation. I think I also have like a sister notebook of this in a blue soft cover, which is beautiful, and I still don't know what to do with that, so I didn't put it here because I know I may not even touch it this year. And then I had, like I said, I have the other notebook of this, where I'm doing my standard ink swatching, where just like your everyday ink that I buy, I may just go ahead and swatch it there. I think that is all, friends. Oh yeah, it's right here. Look. So this is the other notebook. Hang on. Ooh. Oh, my desk is so full of stuff. This is the other notebook. What are all these pages? Why is this like that? Oh, that scared me a little bit. Yeah, in this, I think I'm also almost done with this notebook, and I'm glad I like bought a few more. So I have some like ready to go. That's Rosa Mexicana. Look how bright that is. I love it. One of my favorite colors, and I'm glad I actually decided to go with that color for my first exclusive ink for my shop. I still have some bottles available if you want it. So yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more fun with my notebooks and my ink. My inks. No, I just don't have one. I have quite a bit of ink. So yes, friends. That is all, I suppose. And I don't know. What are you guys using? What is your system? What are you hoping to be using more of this year? Let me know. I hope this was informative. If you needed permission to do some things, I hope this gave you permission to do that. But also give yourself permission, because you don't need to just wait for somebody to do something for you to feel better or good about doing it. Just do it. And if you don't like it, it's just stationery. Take out the pages or tape them together, and just start over. This should be fun. It shouldn't be stressful. So anyway, friends, thank you so much for joining me. I know this got a little long. I apologize. I'll see you sometime soon. I don't know if I can keep up with the weekly videos. I know I wanted to do that. I hope I can. It's just sometimes the lighting is really bad. So right now it's Sunday morning and the lighting is nice. And we actually just we took down our Christmas tree. So it's very, there's a lot more light coming through, and it's not, and it's not gloomy like some other days. And the pups are sleeping under my desk. So yeah, it just worked out pretty well. So anyway, friends, thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.